At Presidency University, we are known to do a lot of different things, and this time, for the very first time, what's happening is the entire university's sports in charge or the sports responsibilities is been handed over, or rather, I should be saying, is been partnered with a wonderful, wonderful company called Sports Village. So, this is the launch of the Sports Village association with Presidency University in the sports department, and I have none other than Krish, the man himself, the money man. He's got the entire money for Sports Village because he's the national business head. Krish, was that a strong enough introduction?
No, I'm not the money man. I'm the person responsible for ensuring that we all play.
Oh, wow, that is so humbly put across. But still, being a national head, all across the country, playing so many different various sports. Tell me your real interest in sports. Like, where did that originate from? Because you still look fit and young.
Yeah, I love sports. I continue to play football, badminton, tennis, basketball. The love originated right from the time I was a kid.
Right. Okay.
And an important thing I want to call out is playing is not just about winning, but it's about having fun, which is a very important aspect.
Wow. Really well put across. But tell me the beginning of Sports Village. How did this name got coined? Who are the founders behind this? How many years this company has been serving sports for?
Sure. So Sports Village was founded in 2003. Saumil Majmudar was one of the co-founders, an ex-IIT Bombay IIM Bangalore alumni. Again, very passionate about sports. Along with a larger team, Sports Village was formed. We do a lot of different things, but the large part of what we do is around educational institutions like Presidency University. So we work with about 1,500 educational institutions all the way from Kashmir in the north to Kerala in the south. A key aspect of what we look at is that sports is a fundamental pillar in the development of each individual. As much as a lot of us associate play with winning, it's the development, having fun, developing various skills like leadership, teamwork, etc. That's a very important part of what we try to instill amongst the students who are a part of the program.
Lovely. And talking about sports, this becomes such an important aspect of the overall development, as you said. But also somewhere, do you feel that, stuffs like Hello India that's happening from the government of the country and everything, how much has that supported, even in terms of Sports Village, making it big?
Sure. Incidentally, we are empaneled as a part of the Hello India program as well. I think it's a wonderful initiative that's been launched by the government. There are various such initiatives that the government has launched. There's also a Fit India movement. So all these things definitely help in terms of the overall objective. But I think an important part of it is the cultural aspect in India. The need for everyone to get into sports, play, and that goes with the vision of our organization, which is to get 100 million kids to play.
Lovely. And tell me, see, our country is so diverse, and of course sports is one thing that unifies them. But there are different regions, isn't it? Like, say, for example, if you take up the Haryana sector, it's more of kabaddi. If you take up the Kerala, Bengal sector, it's more of football. And of course, cricket is spread all across. So you design depending on the region as well for the universities?
Sure. Yes and no, in the sense that, see, at a basic level, there are a number of sports, right? So in a program like we are introducing at Presidency University, there would be 16 sports offered.
Wow.
Okay. Our objective is not to tell a student to play a particular sport. We would like them to explore all sports, figure out what they really like. This program is not a prescriptive program, but it's more an inclusive program, where our team will not be the traditional coaches. They are a group of mentors who would be guiding the students towards owning and actually developing a lot of things that they would want as a part of the program, right? So that's where the program in schools is a bit different from the program in universities. But to answer your question, yes, there are regions, say for example, we work with a school in Jaipur, where hockey is a very important part of the culture. So there's a strong emphasis on hockey there, right? So yes, there is a regional aspect of it, but the area that we look at is the holistic development of each individual. And specifically at Presidency University, our objective is to introduce all 16 sports, make sure that participation is there right through.
Fantastic. And how did the association happen with Presidency University? Was it, how was it? Was it our VP, Salman sir, getting into it, or our Chancellor, sir, Nisar Ahmed? How was that connection actually started?
Sure. It's the Chancellor, Mr. Nisar Ahmed. He's always been passionate about sports. I recall, I think 20 years ago itself, he at the Presidency School in RT Nagar, he involved some of the top cricketers to start a program, right? So I think he's been a big supporter of sports. And we had reached out actually about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And, in terms of timing, etc., it's all come together now. So we're very happy to be involved in this program.
Lovely. And please, again, I don't know whether it's going to be a tough question or easy question. Sure. Looking at our landscape, right. Tell me how many times you had to ask your team to change the PPT for the programs for the kids, because it's a big place.
Sure. No, I think that's a big advantage that Presidency University has. I think it's about 35 acres, if I'm not mistaken.
80 acres.
80 acres, right? So there isn't any shortage of space. Space is the least of our constraints. In fact, in a lot of places that we work with, some of the schools we work with, space ends up being a significant constraint. So this way, I would more view this not as a constraint, but actually something that gives us a challenge to figure out a way in which multiple sports can be run simultaneously, right? The beauty about this program that we'll be launching is there are going to be over 12,000 students in the campus, with potentially about over 1,000 students at any given hour. So this kind of space actually gives us the opportunity to run so many different sports simultaneously. So no, it's not a challenge.
It's an advantage.
It's an advantage.
Last one, but again another kind of a penalty shootout corner kick that I'll be putting out to you. Imagine you and Nisar sir are both stuck in different positions, okay, different teams against a shootout. Who's going to win?
Let's find out.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Lovely, Chris, talking to you. And let us know about your team as well.
Yeah.
Who will be the main person contact for Presidency University? Who will be taking up?
Like I said, the entire team is filled with experienced people who would be playing the role of mentor. So Abraham is our lead from our side, our HOD. He's been with our organization for over 12 years. Has rich experience of having not just recruited and trained people, but also managed. So he's responsible for the entire Kerala region. So he's come here just to help us set this program ground up. And the rest of the team, we have people who are specialized in multiple sports. Whether it's football, volleyball, martial arts, and so on. They all have specializations, but more important, in addition to being specialized in a sport, they're also very passionate about making the students play, right? So that's going to be the philosophy of our team here.
Beautiful. With your permission, Ibrahim, a few words in front of your boss as well. Tell me first, openly on the camera, on record, how strict a boss he is to work with. What is the pressure that he's put under you? I can see you sweating.
No. So I wouldn't say he's a strict boss. He's a fun boss to work with. It's an amazing experience. I've worked with. Over the 12 years, I've worked with multiple people in the organization from Saumal onwards, and Krish has always been. He keeps you on your toes, But that's what we require. We are all from a sports background. We have to be on our toes, ensure that everything happens, and I've enjoyed working with him. So it's not the strict part or the pressure. The pressure is there. Even any job, there is a pressure. But I've enjoyed working with him. He ensures that we are all ready and we are there to go. So as you said, when I was asked, can you come and set it up for a month and a half, 2, whatever it is. There's no thought. I said yes, I'm there. That's how we work.
And I can see that. I can get that vibe that he is a fun boss to work with, because generally what happens, such things, a boss doesn't react. He'll be like, okay, he'll be looking at me. Okay, you're asking this question in front of the camera. I'll talk to you after the camera switches off. That look I didn't get. So I can feel he's a really fun boss to work with. And also one word to conclude off to tell what Presidency University will be changed after Sports Village has come into this.
See, the change I we are looking at as an organization is that a lot of places we have to go behind the students and say you come and play. What we want is the students to take ownership, initiative, and come to us and say we want to play, we want to do this, so we want this to be a student-led initiative, and we are there just to help them and guide them. Right.
As the frame suggests, you don't have to go behind the students are behind you.
They are so I was telling Krish and Anu ma'am in the morning, we already have students coming and saying, sir, we want to do this, we want to do that, when can we come? And I said, we are there on the ground, you come, we will let you play, you come up with your ideas, we want to do some games, we will help you play those games. If you feel that you want to do a tournament, let's work with the management and see how we can do a tournament, whatever it is. So it's a student-led initiative, and it has to be from the students, and we are there only to support and ensure that every student here gets to play, have fun, and enjoy the time.
Fantastic. And I'm also sure that with Sports Village, we'll also be going outside to participate in the intercollegiate fair, sports competitions and all that. Those kind of stuff happening.
Yeah.
Is the plans?
So I think there are two parts of this.
Okay.
Right. The first part is engagement. Right. Today, what we're going to be kicking off is not so much about winning tournaments, but it's about making sure that almost every student here is taking part. So it's about engagement. What you're referring to is what we use the term called excellence, where once you have a large group of people playing, you then start forming teams across multiple sports, and then go and look at taking part and winning. So the second part, which is excellence, is some time away. Our initial focus, because in any tournament that you go and take part, right? You take a sport like football, there are 11 people playing, right? Whereas how many people we have here? 12,000, right? So our focus is that all 12,000 play. And gradually, as a part of the process, we will have the 11 playing football, we'll have the 11 playing cricket, and we want them to take part in new fun sports. Like, for example, we'll be introducing a sport called Ultimate Frisbee.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
There'll be Ultimate Frisbee, there'll be touch rugby, so there'll be multiple sports.
Right.
So yes, we'd like to form a team for each of these sports, and that's the long term.
Lovely. And also boys and girls, of course, there'll be teams and all. And this question is coming from, Dr. Anu Sukhdev, Anu ma'am, very seriously. She personally wants to know, will you do something for the faculty members as well?
Not just the faculty members. We would want almost all faculty members to play, but more important, we'd like both the boys and girls to be taking part in this in an equal manner.
Super. Yeah. Thank you so much. We've been more privileged and to welcome you into our Presidency University, and I'm sure we'll keep talking more and more. And of course, we'll be talking to Imam, and we'll let him go to entire India to make money for Sports Village.
Play. We
Play.
want 100 million to play.
100 million to play.
Money follows later.
I correct myself. It's only playing for Krish. Thank you, Chris. You've been awesome. Please keep watching more videos, and Sports Village will be coming with more videos and more sports stuff from Presidency University. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.